start, I think I'm going to get this to work, right? Okay. Could I get you to click that video? Will it go on for me? Maybe not. Okay. What if it's not about stuff? It's okay. Part of what's happened, and I have lived my life in the last 7 years in a way of learning to listen, trust, and allow. And I'm trusting now that we don't need this slide because it's not coming on. So we're going to forward to what's next, maybe. I want to start with just a story. In 1989, I became a parent for the first time. And I wanted to make sure that my children had the best possible education. And I don't know if this makes any sense to any one of you, but for me at that moment in time, 2 years later I had a son. I wanted to make sure they knew their ABCs so they could be in kindergarten, and by first grade they're reading, so they can get into high school, take those AP classes, graduate with good grades, get into an awesome college, so they could get that great job and make a lot of money, so they could buy a lot of stuff. Somewhere along the way, after the death of a husband, I started asking, what if? What if it isn't about stuff? And if it isn't about stuff, what is it about? In fact, I started asking in such a way that I said, because in this journey, I had become a teacher, gone back to get a master's in education. And now I'm not just helping my own children, but I'm helping others as well. And I started asking, what if you have a gift that our world needs? And our job is to hold the safe space for that to blossom fully, no matter how crazy it might seem. What if? What if that's our job? 2 things happened about 10 days ago. I learned about 2 people, Lyrica and her mother, Gail. And I learned about this because there's a group holding meditations in holding sacred space. Lyrica, now in her 3rd decade, was diagnosed with autism as an infant, and the doctor said, she is unreachable. We suggest you institutionalize her. Her mother, Gail, said no. She would not give up. And at age 8, Lyrica, using a keyboard, typed 2 sentences. I am not retarded. I am intelligent. Nonverbal, autistic. I believe that each one of us has a gift that our world needs. Personal experience in 2009, I traveled to Long Beach, California, where I was able to meet up with 150 Freedom Rider teachers who had been trained over the course of the previous year by Aaron Gruwall and the Freedom Rider Foundation in how to connect heart to heart with students and hold a safe space. The second night, we had gathered there to write a book, Teaching Hope. And I had gone off the deep end, according to my now high school-aged children. Mom, you're crazy. Why do you need more rocks? Because I had been collecting crystals in a leather pouch. And in the opportunity of learning to listen, trust, and allow, I found that I would give those crystals out to different people at different times. The second morning of the conference, on the heels of having met an adult woman in her 60s with autism, I heard, pull out my bag, and when I did to get my pen, a small green crystal fell out of the pouch. That green crystal I picked up and I held and I asked, where does this go? I looked up across the room and I saw there Carol Ann, the adult woman with autism I had met the night before, and Aaron Gruwall. They were conversing. It was not the time for me to get up and interrupt what was happening. So I just put that crystal in my pocket. And about 10 minutes later, I looked around and I don't see either of them. But I needed to go use the restroom, and it was okay to do that. I walked back to the back of the audience. There at the coffee was Carol Ann getting some water. And I said to her, Carol Ann, I don't know why, but I'm to give this to you. She held out her hand. And I will share this. The night before, when she introduced herself to me, she said, hi, I'm Carol Ann. I'm from Orion. She held out her hand. I gave her the crystal. I held it. I looked into her eyes, and I said, Carol Ann, this is for you. And her body began to tremble. And not even looking at what it was that was in her hand, she trembled, and her face just lit up with excitement. And when she looked down, she said, oh my God, this is my crystal. No. You don't understand. Wait till I tell my family. This is my crystal. I left it at home because I didn't want to take it through airport security. This is my healing crystal. She didn't say it was one that looked like hers. And I knew in that moment that that was her crystal. What if it isn't about stuff? What if you have a unique gift that our world needs? And in fact, those who might be nonverbal autistic may hold the keys to the answers that we seek in transcending the current challenges we face. I have learned in my journey. I tieka ui maka I kati, I mahatu I ki, a tieka I katui ma a, I ui ma, titi kui ma kia ti kui ma ha, I wa, ti I kui ma.